a tough time with layoffs lately. Originally, I didn't want to talk about this topic because I discussed it many times last year, and many people said that I was conveying anxiety. So this year, I tried not to touch on this topic, but now I can't help it. Whether it's e-commerce giants like Ali, JD, or Tencent Byte, recently, information about large-scale layoffs has been revealed. A new wave of layoffs has indeed hit. Some friends around me have already begun losing their jobs. Here are a few examples. For example, during the May Day holiday this year, I had dinner with my college classmates. One of my classmates who had been working in Beijing after graduating with a master's degree as a programmer was earning about $85,000 a year. Last year, he just bought a house in Beijing and paid a down payment of $200,000. Everyone was envious. However, at dinner that day, I heard this classmate say that he was laid off by the company recently. I met an older sister during a self-funded corporate training course. We attended the class together and sat at the same table. She held the position of deputy director of a department in a well-known pharmaceutical company. She was also laid off recently, which was completely unexpected for her, because her company gave her a raise last year and now about 50 people in the entire department were laid off this year. She said that right now she just wants to see opportunities in big companies. She is afraid that small businesses will go out of business in the future, but how can big companies have so many senior job vacancies? Overall, the current situation is really difficult. There is also the construction industry. The entire construction industry has fallen into an unprecedented downturn, and the cooling of the real estate market is the root cause. Many developers' capital chains are tight. New projects cannot be started, and existing projects have been slowed down or even stopped. Recently, it was reported that a building decoration company called Gold Mantis will lay off 10 to 15% of its employees this year. Authorities also predict that within the next 1 to 2 years, the employment environment for construction workers will continue to deteriorate. I have a good friend who works as a human resources HR and is responsible for their company's recruitment. He said that from mid-April until now, he has eliminated more than 560 people. At least half of them have to find jobs again because of layoffs. In summary, the line of business has been cut. The entire department has been cut, and all relevant functional positions and talents have all been laid off in a tsunami style. He said that after being laid off, it was difficult for many people to find jobs. Younger people were able to find jobs, but their income was downgraded, and their pay became worse. It was normal that for a new job, the income would go down by 30%, while 2-day weekends become 1-day break only. It was very difficult for older people to find a job, and there were also those who stayed at home. This kind of phenomenon is really common. In particular, e-commerce is full of pitfalls. Apart from major layoffs, there are huge salary cuts. Some state-owned enterprises in Beijing have not escaped. None of my friends got year-end awards. Their company only gave last year's top 10 people with excellent results some awards. My friend waited 2 months and was empty-handed. There was no year-end award. By the way, I saw someone share on the internet that after being fired, he has been staying at home for over a month. Basically, he feels like he's abandoned, and he doesn't have the motivation or energy to do anything, so he just mixes his days, sleeping and eating, playing games, and watching dramas. Although he enjoyed his early retirement, he said that this kind of life was quite boring, and he felt lost not knowing what to do. Moreover, he has less and less money in his account, which makes him very anxious. He is planning to drive online taxi. Let's not talk about it. Since last year, many high-quality online car-hailing cars have been clean and tidy. The drivers are quiet, skilled, and very polite, and wear eyeglasses quite a bit. Middle-class professionals lost jobs and became online taxi drivers with their personal vehicles.